Deborah, are you back on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, everyone. This is Mayor John Morrissey, and I'd like to welcome everyone to the July 6, 2020 City Council meeting for the City of St. Mary's, Georgia. And we're going to start out with an invocation from our council member, Artie Jones. Artie?
Okay. Let us be in the attitude of prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for this day and the opportunity to witness and participate in this work for the City of St. Mary's. We ask that your peace, your grace, your mercy, and your perfect order and all that is said in these meetings that we'll be having this evening. We acknowledge your power over all that will be spoken, thought, decided, and done. We thank Thee for the leaders and staff that Thou hast blessed us with. Continue to bless them throughout this year. We ask that Thou would anoint our projects, our ideas, and our energies so that even our smallest accomplishments may bring joy unto those we serve. We are facing very difficult times with viruses and hatred throughout this world and even in St. Mary's. When we are confused, we ask that you would guide us. When we sin, please forgive us. Bless us with the blessings we need to make this day a productive and most positive one. A special blessing be upon our constituents and family leaders of our cities, that they may magnify their calling, especially in their homes. All the honor and glory be given to Thee. We thank Thee for everything that You've done, everything that You're doing, and everything that You will do. This is a servant's prayer in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jones. Thank you very much. Mr. Rassi, would you, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I'd be honored. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Very well said.
You're welcome.
Madam Clerk, could we have the roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Here.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Present.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Present.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Present.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Present.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Present.
Mayor Morrissey.
I'm here. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Council, I think we were all present at the meetings of June 15th and June 23rd. So if that is indeed the case, could I have a motion for the approval of the 3 sets of minutes for June 15th on public hearing, proposed budget meeting minutes, June 15th, 2020 regular city council meeting minutes, and June 23rd special called city council meeting minutes? Could I have a motion, please?
Mayor, this is Mr. Rassi. I motion that
Yes, sir.
we approve.
Mayor, this is Councilman Jones. I'll second.
Yes, sir. All right. Madam Clerk, if you'll go through the roster, yay, nay?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3. Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Thank you. Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey.
All right, Madam Clerk, do you record that as unanimous? Thank you, Council.
Yes, sir.
And presentations, do we have our Finance Director on the line?
Yes, sir. You have your May 31st, 2020 financial report It's the 11th month of our fiscal year. Just wondering if y'all had any questions.
Yeah, and I will apologize in advance. I forgot about the board announcements. If I could do that, if you hold 1 second, Council,
Sure.
under presentations. The board announcements for term expirations are the library board and Orange Hall Management. So again, my apologies, Ms. Brown, so please resume. Thank you.
Thank you. Just was wondering if anybody had any questions in reference to the financial statements for May, or any questions you had that I could answer at this time.
Well, I think for all of us, I think the teller will be next month's closing documents once you have fiscal 2020 completed, right? But I did not have anything in particular for the May document.
Yeah, right now we have it on a cash basis, and that's what we'll record through the end of June. And then once that is done, we will start putting it in the process for audit, which will be our final numbers.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So anybody have any questions?
Just one comment. It's, as you look at the budget, you can really see that the departments are working hard at watching their expenses, and I'm really pleased with the expenses being down. I think it's almost 18%. I don't have it right in front of me what I said earlier, but for the year through May, and that sure shows a lot of good work and diligence on the department of all the employees and department heads and our city manager and Jennifer specifically. So appreciate that. Keep up the great work with that.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? All right, Jennifer, we'll look forward to hearing from you next month. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Council, we need to set the consent agenda, and I'll just go through the items. There's no old business. And under new business, item A is the Georgia Environmental Finance Authority loan modification agreements and resolution.
Consent.
Consent. Thank you. The final plat minor subdivision request for 207 Hall Street.
Consent.
Final plat minor subdivision request for Salt Marsh Cottages.
Consent.
Final plat minor subdivision request Verizon outlot in Kings Bay Village.
Consent.
Final plot minor subdivision request for 308 Serpentine Drive.
Consent.
Okay. Special use permit 507 Charlie Smith Senior Highway.
Consent.
Memorandum of Agreement, Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Consent.
And the Mill Site Development Agreement.
Can we discuss that and let that be explained to the citizens?
Okay. All right. So, Council, I have a consent agreement, a consent agenda, my apologies. A consent agenda consisting of new business items A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Could I have a motion, please?
Mr. Mayor, make a motion we accept the consent agenda as read. Riley?
Mr. Riley, I have a second?
Second, Williams.
Mrs. Williams. Madam Clerk, can you go through the roster, yea, nay?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassy, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey?
Thank you, ma'am. Please mark that vote as unanimous. Thank you. And
Yes,
now,
sir.
council, could I have a motion for the approval of the agenda as set?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Ms.
I
Williams.
second,
And a
Mr. Mayor. Second, Mr.
Jones,
Mayor.
thank you.
Aye.
All right, Madam Clerk, the roster, yay, nay?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassy, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey?
Yes, ma'am. Please mark that vote as unanimous. Thank you very much,
Yes, sir.
council. And Madam Clerk, we are have no call-in requests.
That's
Correct.
correct, sir.
Okay, so we move. There is no old business. So new business is item H, the mill site, and Mr. Horton, you're on, correct?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so Mr. Horton, I think you want to frame it, and then I think Mr. Coughlin from the Joint Development Authority for Camden County is on the line.
That's right, Mr.
Yes,
Mayor,
sir.
I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you, James.
Yes, floor is yours, Robbie.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, with great pride and more pride, we present a joint development agreement with the Joint Development Authority of Camden County, along with Jacoby Development Incorporated, to redevelop the old Gilman paper mill site. The city of St. Mary's is signing party to this agreement, and we will be utilizing our tax allocation district, and it will help also with the redevelopment cost. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. McLaughlin.
Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate it. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. It's storming in Kingsland, by the way. I'm here at the office and it's a little loud here. I agree with Mr. Horton. I am super excited to have this opportunity to discuss this development agreement to repurpose the former Gilman Durango Mill property in partnership with the city and with Jacoby Development. Before I get to that, I just want to let council and any St. Mary's citizens who are listening know just how proud you should be of your staff who's worked on this. Robbie Horton has jumped in and worked tirelessly on this with Mr. Jacoby and myself and legal counsel. He's traveled to Atlanta multiple times to deal with this and really done a great job. Taylor Mobbs has been a part of this ever since the very first phone call with Jacoby and has been a part of every meeting since then, which has been invaluable. Bobby Marr, Kenneth Hughes have lended their expertise, and Mr. Blackerby, your legal counsel, has been a great asset as well. So the agreement you have before you tonight is really the product of months of effort with all these individuals and these parties. I know that you all have had the opportunity to review the agreement in detail, and I appreciate everybody's feedback and comments. As you know, there was a great deal of effort and emphasis placed on protecting the city while at the same time allowing you the opportunity to realize the full benefits of this project. And I wanted to make a few quick comments to everybody on the call about that. Just about 4 facts that I wanted to mention. First off, there are no bonds being issued by the city that are reflected in this agreement. There's no mention of bonds being issued by the city. Number 2, the city has no liability for any bonds that will be issued by the JDA or any debt incurred by the developer. TAD dollars that are generated at the site which the TAD increment that is generated at the site can be reinvested in the project, but there will be no expectation of additional city funds being invested. And then finally, the city will have a role in approving all plans, actual structural plans and financial plans for the project. So those are a few key items I wanted to mention. I know you've all read that. And I'll just open it up and ask if anybody's got any questions.
Well, yeah, James, our thanks to your organization as well. And I know the county's involved in this too. And I do believe Mr. Jacoby may be listening in.
I think he is listening. I don't know if the line that he's listening in.
I think that no, I think this is just for council and for your Joint Development Authority comments. That's it. But anyhow, if Mr. Jacoby's on the line, welcome and thank you very much for your sincere interest and help in making what's going to be a wonderful development for City of St. Mary's for the future. All right, that's really my comment. I think it's a long, hard road that we have taken to get to the point where we have something that we will all be very proud of in the next few years as it comes to completion. And I like the broad base of what it offers in the way of amenities and types of structure and homes, apartments, condominiums, marina, yacht repair, and there may be other things beyond that. And so I think it's exciting. It's a little bit for us, a very large and exciting project. And so again, my thoughts on the matter are that we've all worked hard to get to this point. James has framed how we're making sure we all are working together and we all feel that we are, in fact, creating something that we can all be proud of, but at the same time, we all know that what our roles are and how we need to get there. So, thank you very much. Now, Council, anybody have any comments?
Well, I'd just like to congratulate James. He's had many a night, I'm sure, where he hadn't slept worth a damn. But he's pulled this thing through, and really good job, James. Absolutely. I read this agreement. It's very, very detailed, very concise, very difficult to read, actually, if you don't play this game very much. And you've done a wonderful job along with your staff and St. Mary's staff too in pulling this together. It's the beginning of a new day here in St. Mary's.
Thank you, Mr. Gant.
Thank you, sir. All right, anyone else?
Mr. Mayor, if I can add just a little caveat to what James has said. When I had initial conversations with Mr. Jacoby about his project, and he was kind of bringing me up to speed, and we were kind of learning one another, one of the statements that really kind of stuck to me was that Mr. Jacoby actually recognizes the history of St. Mary's and who we are and what we are. And he doesn't want to take away from that. He really wants to enhance it. He wants to really build on it and take us into the future with respect to maintaining the respect to our community. And that, to me, said a lot about the man of who he was and what he was doing. So I wanted to throw that in there. So I'm certainly wanted to pass it along.
All right, thank you. Anyone else before we go to vote? All right, if I may, so may I have a motion on the Millsite Development Agreement?
Mr.
I'll
Mayor,
make that
highly
motion, Neil.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
One more time.
Okay, I'll make.
I got you, Mr. Jones. You made the motion. Yeah. All right. May I have a second, please?
Riley, I second with great pride and great looking forward to the future.
All right. So, all right. Thank you very much, Council. And Madam Clerk, can we have the roster, yay or nay, please?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassy, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey.
All right, Madam Clerk, can I give you, that is unanimous, and Council,
sir.
can I give you a yeehaw? Very good work. Thank you, everyone, for the next step that's on something really mighty, and I very much appreciate it. All right, Mr. Horton. I'm sorry, James. Thank you very much. Mr. Jacoby, if you are on the line, we look forward to a wonderful working relationship, and thank you very much for the sincere interest in our community, and we will make a great thing together. Thank you. James, thank you for your hard work. And
thank
now,
you,
Robbie.
I really appreciate the time.
All right. Thank you. Good night. Mr. Horton, we've got the city manager report, please.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try and keep it short for us tonight. Just FYI, for the upcoming meetings, matter of fact, the next meeting, there will be another component of the agreement that will be, that you'll have to be able to review. Mr. Blackerby is working with the, Mr. Kobe, or with the attorneys now to process it, which is the agreement between us and St. Mary's and the Joint Development Authority. And there will be several others up until we reach closing point. And I just want to kind of keep everybody on track with that.
All right. And Mr. Horton, if I could interrupt for a minute, my apologies. I think Mr. Blackerby is on the line.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Well, welcome. My apologies for not mentioning you at the beginning. Okay. All right, Mr. Horton, thank you.
Well, seeing how you brought Mr. Blackerby up, I want to throw a kudos to his way. Mr. Blackerby recently went on vacation with his family, or he was not in the office, he was on vacation. But the week prior to it, up until actually the day he left, he was working on this agreement, making sure that the city of St. Mary's was taken care of and looking out for our interests. So it was a tireless effort on his behalf, and I just want to commend him on and thank him for what he did to assist me and the city through that whole process.
Yeah, it's the same here, Stephen. Here. Thank you.
The next thing I want to talk about, we received word regarding the CARES Act for local governments. We kept hearing something was coming down the pipe, well, it finally came. Ms. Brown has been on it from the first mention of it. We have been in communications with them. We received word that the first phase of the CARES Act for local government is coming out, and we are eligible for approximately $291,000 for reimbursement costs that have been incurred by the city in COVID response and preparations and things of that nature, and there's more that can come. But I wanted to give everybody the good news on that, so we're excited about that. The next one is really a reminder that we are in the heat of Census 2020. Just remind everybody and all the citizens to get out there and get in there and make sure you've done your census. It's real quick and easy online. Take the time to do it. Every vote or everybody counts. The economic return on that to the community is fantastic, and we need everybody to be counted. So please get involved in the census and make sure you've at least submitted for it. The next thing is a request from myself. Word on the street. We've been trying to do at least one of these a week. This is our Facebook post that we do, trying to keep everybody up to speed on where different projects are. This week, if weather cooperates, we're going to try and do one for the Hawk Signal, which is the project that we talked about in our master plan that has been in the works for the last 6 years. It's finally come to fruition. But my question is, what if council or citizens out there have something that they would like to know more about? Please send me an email, and we will certainly put it on the docket for getting that information out. We value your ideas. There's just so much more shrimp we're going to be able to talk about, because hopefully before long it's going to come to a close, if weather permits. Right now it's kind of holding things up. But we would love to have some more ideas, and we want to be able to address what the citizens are actually looking for. So with that being said, Mr. Mayor, that concludes my report of this evening.
All right, thank you, sir. And Madam Clerk, I think to reiterate, we have no public requests today, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, then can you read the calendar for us, please?
Yes, sir. This Thursday in council chambers at 9:30 on June 9th, the Orange Hall Management Committee meeting has canceled their meeting and just received today. Also on July 9th, in the council, in Main Street office, the St. Mary's Intercoastal Gateway Committee meeting has been canceled. On Friday, July 10th, in council chambers, it's at 9 o'clock, St. Mary's Municipal Court. On Monday, July 13th at 8:30 a.m., you have the Downtown Development Authority meeting in the Main Street office. On Tuesday, July 14th at 5:30 p.m. here in council chambers, it's the Planning Commission meeting. And received today, we have a cancellation of the Stormwater Enterprise Study Working Committee on Tuesday, July 14th at 6 o'clock. On Friday, July 17th at 9 o'clock, St. Mary's Municipal Court in council chambers, which will be trials, followed by the 11 o'clock a.m. plea and arraignments for Municipal Court. And on Monday, July 20th at 6 o'clock p.m., the City Council meeting.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And council comments. So, Mr. Jones, would you like to pass along anything?
Yeah, Mayor, first of all, I'd like to say that with all the turmoil and with COVID-19 and everything that's going on in the world, that St. Mary's is truly blessed. We need to sit back and think about where we are and where we could have been. I know we have a lot of people in the city that are naysayers, a lot of people that like to throw negativism even when we're doing well. And Councilman Goodman, I know that you're sticking your neck out there trying to do the best that you can to make a positive light on some of the negative things that's coming over, but sometimes you just have to leave it alone and let it go. We have about $300,000 that was almost a gift from us, $95,000 a month. That was almost a gift from us. And with the mill site going the way it's going, we're doing far better than any other city that I can think of right now. And I'd like to have some positive things coming from the average citizen because of some of the things that we've done and some of the changes that we've made. Robbie and a few others stepped up to the bat, and they made a lot of these things happen. And I'm not saying that it might not have happened if he wasn't there, but I know for a fact that because he's there, things ran a lot smoother. So, you know, we need to give ourselves a pat on the back, and I know we're not going to get it from some of the folks out there that just want to keep some confusion going, but I'm proud of the city and what we're doing. And like Thomas Albert Einstein said, what is right is not always popular, and what's popular is not always right. So we're doing the right thing, and I thank God for the people that I serve with and the staff that we have. Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir. Mr. Goodman, how about you?
I would just like to commend Robbie and Taylor Mobbs and everyone else on the staff who had a hand in the Jacoby agreement for the old mill property. Perhaps one of the best things that I've heard with Robbie repeating this from Mr. Jacoby was his sensitivity to what St. Mary's is. And I really appreciate that. James Coughlin just did a wonderful job on this of presenting it. I don't see any negatives. I don't think that there's such a thing as a perfect plan, but this is as close to it as I think it could possibly be. And I'm extremely encouraged by it, and I'm looking forward to seeing that come to pass. And again, thank you, Robbie and Taylor and James Coughlin and everybody else on the staff who had anything to do with it at all. That was tremendous work and hard work, and thank you so much. And that's all, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you. And Mr. Gant.
Well, I'd like to echo what Jim said about the development plan and the work that staff did and James and the JDA did and whatever. I've seen a lot of development plans, but this has got to be the mother of the development plans. It is very detailed, very precise, very complex, actually. You got to read it through half a dozen times before you figure out everything you're talking about. But it was a lot of work to pull together, and congratulations on everybody. And congratulations to the city of St. Mary's, because this is going to make a great impact, positive impact. Not right away, it takes time to get there, but we'll get there, and it'll be a great thing for St. Mary's. Another great thing that maybe not quite as big, but I was very honored to represent St. Mary's on 20 June when there was a kayak event from Fernandina. When I pulled up to the waterfront and the boat ramp, there were all kinds of kayaks floating around. There was a ferry from Fernandina, and they were in the back of the ferry doing Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag. It was flying strong and beautiful on a beautiful day. And then to see 100 and some kayaks going down the St. Mary's River towards Fernandina was just breathtaking. It was so beautiful. And I see that as something that's going to grow. I know that Dave Riley is working on a ferry with service between Fernandina and St. Mary's if we ever get out of this virus thing. And this is just a precursor to what that could be. It was beautiful. And so I want to just say, wear your mask. We've got to get through this. The virus is not going away, getting worse. We've got to knuckle down and wear those masks and keep our distance and keep safe. Keep safe. That's all I have.
Yes, sir. Mr. Riley.
I just echo the comments that made by those that went before me regarding the agreement. It's been just a terrific job on the part of Robbie, Taylor, James, staff, Mr. Jacoby, and all that pulled us together in the Joint Development Authority. We shouldn't forget them. They played a major role in getting this to us too. And we as St. Marians really should be proud of what the future holds for us with respect to this. And I just feel so blessed to live in this city and to be able to look to the future with great anticipation for the many good things that are going to happen for St. Mary's as a result of a project like this. So thanks to all those folks. And Jim, with respect to the ferry, the ferry should be starting up pretty soon. Robbie and I are going to be meeting with Mr. McCarthy and his partner tomorrow, and we hope to have some news on the start date after that meeting. So that's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Yes, sir. How about Mr. Rasty?
Yeah, I just want to echo what everyone shared before me. We are just truly blessed. the incredible leadership team of our city, the JDA. We're just, I've known Jeff Barker for a long time, and the president of the JDA, or the chairman, and he's done an incredible job, and he works for the paper mill back in when they were going strong, and then they shut down, and to see him put that much effort and the JDA board into investing into bringing life back to the mill site. It's a storybook ending what we've been waiting for many years, and it's going to be exciting to see the development of this property, and we're just beyond blessed, and one other thing I want to share with you, we're very, very blessed with our council. I want to thank each and every one of them for working together for the greater good of our city, and I just have been thoroughly enjoyed working with each and every one of our council members. And from my heart and to the mayor, I thank each and every one of you for working with me and allowing me to share my thoughts and my heart. So I'm just in a very thankful and blessed state of mind right now. So we're blessed. That's all I got.
That's me. Yes, sir. Ms. Williams?
Mr. Mayor, council, citizens, I can't express strongly enough how thrilled I am that we've left 6 or 7 years ago the Rigucci regime behind, and we are now in the Jacoby phase. This is such a huge and rewarding future that we have ahead of us, and I'm absolutely thrilled. The one thing I do want to say is that we need to wear our masks. We have had a 79% increase in numbers of cases in Camden. We're up to 204 now, and we need to wear our masks. I surely don't look forward to having to take stronger steps, but people need to take this virus seriously. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for that particular comment. Just quickly, Council, I will tell you that Mr. Jacoby and I have had several conversations, and I do think that he is far more of a history buff than I am, and he is particularly enamored of the Timucuan Indians and the history that exists over in Cumberland Island with the Indian, and that is something in particular that he always enjoys talking about, as well as the greater history of the city. And I know that he will respect that, and in fact do everything in his power to make sure that he enhances our reputation, and we're very grateful for that. The other thing is, last Friday before, Superintendent Ingram, let me know that the ferry was going to start up on that Friday, and we're thrilled, and we're even more excited that they were able to put up to 100 people on that ferry on the trips over and back. And I know that's so important to our business community downtown in particular. So just another positive, much as you heard the council talking about today, our citizens, that the positive momentum, despite COVID, is still strong, and we're going to make it happen. And lastly, to talk about COVID, I've had a number of people ask for a little bit more specific kind of information about the cases and hospitalizations, et cetera, that might be going on in Camden County or in St. Mary's. The way data comes over from Georgia and the Georgia Health Departments and the Coastal Health Department is different than, I think, the data comes in from Florida. not quite broken out the same way, but we are trying to add some websites to our COVID button on the front of our website, stmarysga.gov. Down on the right-hand side is a COVID square, and we are adding information buckets where we know that the state might be putting something out that would help answer some of your questions. And we'll stay after it to try and get that information out to you. Thank you on that. And now I need a motion to go into executive session for personnel and for real estate.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, ma'am. I have a motion from Ms. Williams and a second from
Mr. Rassi?
Mr. Rassi. And Madam Clerk, if you can go down the roster with a yay and a nay.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey?
Yes, ma'am. Will you record that as
Unanimous.
thank you very much. I lost the word.
Yes, sir.
As usual, our English experts are there to help me out. So for our citizens that are online, we are going to go into executive session. I don't have any idea at this point how long that will last. And Madam Clerk, you will stay on the line to keep the line open.
Yes, sir.
Until we return. Now, Council, I just wanted to make sure Madam Clerk, I think, has worked with all of you. We will hang up our phones and go to our computers or laptops and dial in for our executive session. So with that said, we will reconvene here shortly in executive session. Thank you.
You are currently listening to a regular called City Council meeting via telephone teleconference. City Council is currently in executive session. Please stay tuned. You're currently listening to a regular called City Council meeting via telephone teleconference. City Council is in executive session. Please stay tuned.
Goodman here, we on?
I'm here, sir. I think you're the first one on.
I'm here too.
That's because they had good help.
Hello, I hear Mr. Goodman.
Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just wanted to make sure you're there. We should be all coming online here shortly.
Yes, sir.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'm on.
Mr. Gant? Mr. Riley? Mr. Rassi?
I'm here.
Ms. Williams? Okay, Ms. Williams? Okay, looks like we've got a few people left. So for our citizens that are online, thank you for waiting. We're about ready to reconvene our regular session for the City Council meeting for the City of St. Mary's, Georgia for July 6th. Thank you for your patience. Council, I will tell you that when I tried to sign on to this phone conference at 10:06, the access code, even though I was putting it in right, I was not being taken and it was being misread. It took me about 8 times before I was able to get in. So I don't know if anybody else is having that problem.
I'm on, Mayor.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Come on.
So we're looking for, okay, we're looking for Mr. Gant.
I'm on.
Okay. So, Madam Clerk, will you do a quick roll call to be?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Here.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Present.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Present.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Present.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Present.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
I'm present.
Mayor Morrissey.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And again, citizens, this is the City of St. Mary's Council meeting for July 6th, 2020. Thank you very much for waiting. And we have two motions to make. And the first one, Mr. Riley, since you've got one that's written down, would you like to proceed?
Mayor Morrissey, did you want to make a motion to come back in?
I'm sorry, I did not do that. Yeah, I got wrapped up in the roll call. Yes, may I have a motion to go back into session, please?
So
So
moved,
moved,
Mayor.
Riley.
All right, so I got Mr. Riley, and I've got a second from. Can I have a second from?
Alan Rassi, second.
Thank you, sir. Okay, Madam Clerk, if you go down the roster, yea, nay.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey.
Madam Clerk, please record that as unanimous. Thank you very much, Council,
Yes,
for
sir.
your time and executive session also. We appreciate your work. Okay, Mr. Riley, you have a motion, I believe, if you'd like to read that off for us.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to allow the Community Development Director to advertise the sale of city property with the tax ID of Sierra 03011011 by sealed bid.
All right, could I have a second? Ms.
Second,
Williams.
Williams.
Okay. Yeah, Madam Clerk, roster, yea, nay?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey?
Madam Clerk, please record that as unanimous. And now,
Yes, sir.
Council, relative to the personnel item, could one of you please give me a motion? Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
This is
Can I
Alan
have a
Ramsey.
motion?
I'd like to. This is Alan Ramsey. I'd like to make a motion that we hire Tom Lechner. I'm sure I'm messing up the last name. As our new fire chief for St. Mary's, effective immediately.
Second
Tom
motion,
Lechner.
Mayor.
Right. So Mr. Jones came in as the second. So Madam Clerk, for the roster?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1.
Yay.
Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey?
All right, Madam Clerk, do you record that as unanimous? And
Yes, sir.
Mr. Horton, congratulations to Chief Lechner. If you will make sure that he's notified, please tell him congratulations from all of us for hard work and recognition of that hard work, and we're very appreciative. Thank you.
I'll certainly let him know, sir.
All right, great. Now, Council, can I have a motion for adjournment?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. A second.
Mr. Mayor, do we have to read the calendar off today or no?
We
did
did
it
that earlier.
I must have been sleeping.
Okay. So is that a second from you, Mr. Jones? Was that a second from you for adjournment, Mr. Jones?
Goodman, second motion.
Mr. Jones, are you there? Mr. Jones? Okay, Council, may I have a second?
I'll second. This is Jim Gant.
All right, Mr. Gant. All right, Madam Clerk, if you go down the roster for a yay, nay, I'm not quite sure if Mr. Jones might have dropped off by chance.
Yes, sir. Councilmember Jones, post 1. Councilmember Goodman, post 2.
Yay.
Councilmember Gant, post 3.
Yay.
Councilmember Riley, post 4.
Yay.
Councilmember Rassi, post 5.
Yay.
Councilmember Williams, post 6.
Yay.
Mayor Morrissey?
Madam Clerk, if you record that as 5 with Mr. Jones absent,
Yes, sir.
or however it should be marked. So, Council, thank you very much for a rather momentous day, and you should all be proud to be able to put your imprint on this document that we voted on today. And I thank you very much for your support to help make that happen, and to all the, like you said, the staff and the development people, and to Mr. Jacoby. So thank you all. Have a great evening. Good night, and thank you, citizens.
Good night.
Hey.